Welcome! You are watching Vortex News, and I am your host, Solaris. Tonight, the winds of history blow once again. America and France are circling Captain Ibrahim Traoré, president of Burkina Faso, just as they once circled Gaddafi. Same playbook, same shadow games. Only the year has changed. During a Senate hearing, U.S. General Michael Langley accused Traoré of using Burkina Faso's gold, not for Western interests, but for his people's defense. Imagine that, a leader protecting his nation's treasure and being labeled the enemy for it. It's a message written in bold ink. If you dare to stand on your own gold, you better stand very still. But we here at Vortex News don't just tell you the story. We open the floor to the real voices that matter. Yours. Let's hear what the people have to say. As the tensions rise, the voices of the people grow louder. In the streets, citizens rally together, demanding transparency and justice. The air is thick with solidarity and defiance. Social media is ablaze with reactions, with every tweet and post amplifying the growing sentiment against perceived injustices. What do they want? A leader who prioritizes their sovereignty and stands against foreign control. Through these tumultuous times, we turn our cameras to the ground, where real stories unfold. Stories of determination, resilience, and hope. Let's dive deeper into the heart of the matter and listen to the people's perspectives.
If we need to say it loud and clear here, we are not in a democracy, we are indeed in a progressive popular revolution. Everyone needs to understand that. And it's even more surprising that those who are supposed to be the intellectuals who went to school can imagine that a country can develop within democracy. That's false. When you cite a single country that developed in democracy, it's not possible. Democracy is only the culmination. We inevitably go through a revolution, and we are indeed in a revolution. Those who hadn't understood it, we say it again, yes, loudly. Everyone needs to incorporate this, and our role to communicate, to explain, to make people understand what our revolution is, we will continue to play it. So, this question of democracy or libertinism, of action or expression has no place. I said it once, as much as you think you are free to speak and act, the other is also free to speak and act. And there we end up with a society of disorder. And as it happens, it fits well that we are in the midst of celebrating patriotic days. The theme is indeed order and discipline. We do not make a revolution in disorder. It's impossible. And order, we will establish order and discipline so that we can progress. Because social, economic, political, ideological reforms require order and discipline. And everyone has their role to play in this. And if we need to say it loud and clear here.
The greatest terror caused in our country is often by elites in the bureaucracy in government who get into cahoots with foreign interests and are willing to sell their children, great-grandchildren, and grandmothers in exchange for expensive cars, for investments overseas, for little shiny trinket. Never factories that produce, never productive economy sector.
One justice for the poor and another for the rich. When an average citizen has a legal issue, they can be caught and imprisoned without trial for a long time first. But when another citizen has a legal issue, as long as they can hire 1, 2, or 3 lawyers, their case is quickly addressed and judged, while the poor person languishes in prison first.
If this is democracy, I repeat, we do not want this democracy.
There is one
for me as a white man to raise. But I saw this House Negro head of AFRICOM, a black African American, threaten to kill the great leader of Burkina Faso, Captain Ibrahim Traoré. And it made me so mad I reached out for Nico House for a point of view on it. Did you see it? And what do you think of it?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, let me say congratulations. When you look at Ibrahim Traoré, you can see that he have a big scar on the cheek. So let me tell you the story behind this scar. So Ibrahim Traoré's father was also a soldier, and he died trying to protect the country when Ibrahim Traoré was still a teenager. Traoré always wanted to be a soldier just like his father, but his mother feared. She thought that she would lose Ibrahim Traoré just like how she lost her husband. And so she rejected for Ibrahim Traoré to join army, even though Ibrahim Traoré begged her several times, until Ibrahim Traoré just gave up and stopped asking completely. And this is when it happened. So Traoré was in the house enjoying himself with the family, laughing, eating dinner, and that is when it happened. Ghouls forced themselves inside the house, and then they started firing, and one of the bullets touched Ibrahim Traoré's face when he was trying to run away, and that is how he got the scar. At the same time, that is when his mother realized that Ibrahim Traoré has been training because of how he defended the family. And he also confessed that he'd been training just in case his mother would change his mind and maybe allow him to join the army. And just like that, Traoré's mother allowed him to join the army, but made him promise that he will take care of himself. When you look at
Take a look at this. These are Africans in diaspora protesting after General Landry and some political figures in America calling for an arms intervention in Burkina Faso. Why is the West so obsessed with Burkina Faso? Why are they so obsessed with Africa? What the hell do these guys really want from us? Well, we know they want oil from us, they want rare earth mineral, but in particular they want the gold. America have the largest gold reserves in the world, over 8 million tons of gold reserve, and they want more. Let's not forget when they intervened in Libya, they took out the gold from the banks. Let's not forget that when they intervened in Iraq, they took out the gold from the bank. When they intervened in Afghanistan, anytime they go to any of these countries and bomb it, they take out the gold. And this is why Africans in Africa and Africans in diaspora are protesting to stand with the most competent leader in Africa as we speak, in Ibrahim Traoré. Ibrahim Traoré is the best leader in Africa. This is the problem, right? America is not talking about intervening in Cameroon or in Rwanda or in any of all these other countries that are ruled by so-called dictators. The US is not going to intervene in Saudi Arabia, but they want to intervene in Burkina Faso. Why? Because of their interest. And they are talking about democracy. This is what this guy.
We no longer want to engage in this deceitful diplomacy. In an interview, we spoke about the Ivorian regime. Some Burkinabés got on their high horses and criticized. I say it, I insist, and I persist. We have nothing against the Ivorian people, but we have an issue with those who govern Côte d'Ivoire. We say it and we repeat it again. Let me tell you something. Allow me to tell you something. There is indeed in Abidjan an operations center to destabilize our country. No one can deny it, and we will provide you with evidence in the coming days. We will show you physical evidence. You will understand what we are talking about. No one will come to tell us that in Benin there is no French base directed against us. We have the evidence at hand. Two past important bases. No one can dispute them, and I challenge them. And we have nothing against the Beninese people. There we have a problem with the policy of the Beninese leaders. And we say it loud and clear again. In this diplomacy, we have decided to tell the truth. There are indeed two bases, one towards Kandy and the other going towards Porga, or I don't know which locality. Runways have been renovated to more than 3,000 meters long. Planes land. People equipped and train the terrorists. Over there, we have audio recordings of French agents in...
Enough is enough. If y'all let anything happen to this great African president, I guarantee y'all will feel our energy all around this world. And I'm speaking from the U.S. Y'all need to worry about Mega, because America ain't never been great to my people. Why y'all over there messing with Africa when we got problems right here at home? Why y'all trying to do him like Gaddafi? Y'all hate when my people stand up for their people and they actually support the people. Are y'all mad because he's giving his citizens free health care, free education, when y'all would never do that in America?
Their tasks. Actors in the world of education, this morning I wanted to say thank you and congratulations to all of you from the bottom of my heart. Congratulations for your courage. Congratulations for your selflessness. Congratulations for your resilience. Because in the face of the security situation the country has been experiencing for a few years, you are among the most resilient actors of our nation in the most remote areas. Under terrorist control, we receive reports from our fighters who inform us that very often the only state actors they encounter in these areas are either teachers or very often actors from the health sector. Thank you for this resilience. Respect your parents and elders and work as much as you can. Respect your parents because you must also help them. We often talk about certain texts that say to prohibit child labor. That's good, but I can tell you that our society is built on values. And within these values, you must do a minimum amount of work for your parents. I, whom you see before you, I washed my mother's pots. I pounded for her. I boiled water for her. I sold her donuts. My classmates made fun of me because these were considered women's work. I did it. It didn't stop me from being the top of my class. It didn't stop me from becoming who I am. Help your parents. Assist them with their tasks, and especially during these vacation times, learn to work. Your role as a teacher is very complex in the sense that you must impart knowledge to the younger ones. Educate. Remember that a nation that fails to educate and instruct its youth is doomed to disappear. That nation will never know peace. Your role is very complex because in addition to imparting knowledge, you must educate the children. You must be their parents. You need to teach them good manners, what is right, what is not right. I can tell you that when we will reduce the fever of this war and control our spending. Military. We will need to invest heavily in certain areas. We have stratified the areas, the functions, and in the first layer, of course, are found our defense forces, our internal security forces, the teaching world, at large, the health sector, and the agricultural sector. We will therefore be able to take care of improving the living and working conditions of the actors. We have launched several initiatives, both in the agricultural field, in education.
Only the world could understand that we could make peace through culture. We would live better, we would live happily. There is nothing better than that. Unfortunately, that has not always been the case, and it is not ready for tomorrow. But we are counting on you to be able to change the world. Today, geopolitics, as we observe it, does not necessarily lead us towards a better tomorrow. But we are convinced that through the culture of each people, we can weave bonds of friendship, love, and brotherhood for a better world. Thank you for coming to Burkina Faso. Thank you to those who have conveyed this message. Burkina Faso stands tall, remains resilient, because your presence is not just to participate in FESPACO, but it's a message you send to your respective homelands and to the entire world. That Burkina Faso stands tall and that we continue to do so. To live and that we continue to Thank you for coming, thank you. For giving us the human warmth we needed. I hope your stay goes very well and that everyone returns to their country in good health. It can't be perfect, that's coach. I'm giving you a striker.
The weapon is there, but there's a striker missing. Do you understand me? We'll find a striker on the island. That's what I've been saying for 3-4 matches like this. I look, create the striker, and I think the job is done. Otherwise, there is a team currently playing against you. And I really appreciate it. Especially against Senegal, you played very well. Luck didn't smile, but that's often part of it too. But I think you can do better. The next time you face this team, you must win. The people moved as a block. It shows that they drop back as a block and take advantage of counter-attacks. It was very good. Only the striker. We conceded 2 goals from long-range shots. In Senegal, it was over 18. Yesterday, too, there was a goal we conceded from outside the 18-yard box. We scored outside the 18-yard box. We need to create that too. It counts. It makes the difference against teams that play with a low block. If you can't penetrate, you have to try from a distance. It can be surprising. Do you understand me? And individually, everyone can work on that. Being in his stride, he can strike. Anyway, I'll leave it to the technicians. You know what I'm talking about. Just a few small mechanisms need to be added, and it's good. Because what was sought in this transition phase, if I may say, within the team, was that cohesion. And I think it's there. The technical staff, you deserve to be congratulated. Managing to gradually bring people back to the essentials. It's very good, and I encourage you to continue in that direction because we need a team. You bring joy to people. And you, that's the difference between you and us. You cannot decide. You must bring joy. That's your mission. Against Senegal, people were not necessarily very disappointed with the performance. Maybe yesterday many people were disappointed. That should not make you give up. But on the contrary, it should motivate you to keep moving. For you, it's not a matter of life. Doesn't mean that if you miss a goal, you die. So I want you to put yourself in the shoes of the fighter who cannot make mistakes there. If there is one thing a fighter must keep in mind, it is self-confidence.
It seems the United States and France have forgotten something important. President Ibrahim Traoré took a solemn oath, an oath to uphold and defend the Constitution of Burkina Faso and to protect its people. And today, he is doing exactly that. Leadership is not about pleasing foreign powers. Leadership is about standing for your nation, your roots, and your future. Traoré is answering to the people, not to outside agendas. With unwavering resolve, Traoré speaks directly to the hearts of his citizens, igniting a sense of national pride. The people of Burkina Faso gather in unity, their spirits lifted by the determination of their leader, ready to support him in the trials ahead. As whispers fill the air among foreign diplomats, they find themselves taken aback by Traoré's bold stance. Meanwhile, life flourishes within the markets of Burkina Faso, where the spirit of the people thrives amid growing self-determination. As the sun sets, a military parade rolls through the streets, showcasing the might and solidarity of Burkina Faso's forces. President Traoré moves among his supporters, reinforcing his connection with the people, embodying hope and determination for a brighter future.
I swear before the people of Burkina Faso and on my honor to preserve, respect, uphold and defend the Constitution, the Transition Charter and the laws, to make every effort to guarantee justice for all the inhabitants of Burkina Faso. I swear before...
You've been watching Vortex News. If you found value in today's broadcast, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Your voice matters. Leave us a comment below and tell us what resonates with you or what you'd like to see more of. Together, we shape the community around us. Your opinions help us grow and improve. Thank you for being part of our journey, and until next time, stay informed and engaged. Our commitment is to bring you stories that matter and voices that need to be heard. In every broadcast, we aim to connect your experiences with the broader narrative. As the sun rises on new opportunities, we invite you to join us in exploring the truths that shape our world. Your insights and stories fuel our mission. Every story has the power to inspire change. With your input, we can delve deeper into the issues that matter most to you, ensuring that every voice is heard. In this vibrant tapestry of life, each thread tells a unique story. Together we can weave a narrative that uplifts and informs, creating a stronger community.